Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today, Sagittarius, I'm going to be doing your January monthly tarot reading. I hope you're well and that you've had a lovely holiday season. I'm going to pull out three cards from my oracle. Those are general readings. They will not apply to everybody. Take what applies directly to your circumstances and discard the rest. If you would like a more comprehensive pictures, or if the message did not resonate, you may want to check out your Moon, Venus and Rising signs. So what energies do we have for January for my Sagittarius viewers? Alright, so I'm going to take the top and I'm going to take two from the fanned cards. This one and this one. Alright, your first energy is Calendula, which is shine. Your second energy is the pine tree, awakening. And your third energy is the sycamore tree, subconscious. Okay, so it's time to shine for you. You're going to be undergoing some kind of awakening. That's interesting. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. So at the center of your spread, you have the Strength card. It's crossed by another major arcana, the Hierophant. Below you, Seven of Wands. Above you, Eight of Wands. Behind you, Four of Cups. Ahead of you, it's the King of Cups. Advice, Five of Wands. Environment, Five of Swords. Hopes and fears, the Devil. Final outcome, Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, which is hidden energies that you may not be aware of, you have the Eight of Cups. And it's really strange because that was the bottom energy as well. I think it was for Leo, if I'm not mistaken. It's Leo or Aries, but it is another fire sign who got the same energy at the bottom of the deck. And so I'm going to start with that. This is something you may not be aware of because it's like behind the curtains, but it's the energy that's working around you. The 8 talks about advancement as a number, and Cups is to do with your feelings, emotions, and love and relationship. And this is you getting to a point where you realize you are not emotionally fulfilled by the situation or the relationship anymore, and you want to move forward. You want to go for the search of your 9 of Cups or your 10 of Cups. And so this is the kind of energies we're having around you at the moment. We do have the oracle card of the subconscious at the moment, an awakening. So this may be something that you're not aware right now. Because in the near past you have the Four of Cups. Now 4 is the number of strong foundations and stability. And so when you put this with the suits of emotions, it talks about, you know, being stable emotionally. It could talk about a stable relationship, a sense of belonging, but on a negative aspect, it could also talk about a slight boredom, but it doesn't have to, but it could do, is what I'm saying. Because if you think about it, when you put water in a small container and you leave it, it can get stale and stagnant after a while. So this is what you were dealing with in the near past. Maybe, you know, your relationship got stale, or a situation got a bit stale and stagnant, and you realized, I need more. Maybe you've outgrown the relationship or the situation, and subconsciously you know it's time to move on. Now, in the center of your spread, which is you right now, you have two major arcana. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning the major arcana is because they represent a more permanent type of energy. The minor arcana represent the day-to-day activities, relationships and things. When we move on to the major arcana, we're talking about things that are going to allow you to grow emotionally, intellectually and spiritually. And so you have the card of strength. As I said, number 8, which is what it is here, is the number of advancements, and strength is really about knowing that you've got the inner fortitude to deal with whatever God, the universe, the angels, your spirit teams are sending towards you, because anything that happens to you happens for your greater good. They would not put you through something they don't think you can handle or that you can overcome and grow from. And this is very important to remember this when we are being tested and you are going through an awakening. You just need to know that you've got this. Okay, the card of strength is also the card of persistence. You know, do not give up. You are strong enough and you'll be fine. And I was not surprised when I saw the Hierophant coming in the middle of your spread, because although it has layers and can represent big institutions, it can represent many things, it also represents a spiritual awakening. You know, it could be because you have someone in your environment who is making you question things, or it could just be you having a spiritual awakening. And obviously this is testing your fortitude, your courage. You know, when we grow, more specifically when we grow spiritually, it is a testing time, and this is not the time to give up, it's the time to persevere. So go past the boredom, the stagnation, and realize that we are worth more, which is why you've got the 8 of Cups in the hidden energies. You need to advance towards something more fulfilling for yourself. It's the next stage in your life. It's very deep. In your subconscious, you have the 7 of Wands. Now, Wands is the suit of a passion, your willpower, your drive to get something done. And 7 is the number of experience, evaluation, and self-assessment. Now, the 7 of Wands, I hope you can see it, talks about obstinacy and endurance. Kind of a similar energy to the Strength card, but in a minor arcana. It's just you standing your ground and not giving up. And this is what your subconscious or your higher self is trying to say to you, because you are shooting for the 8 of Wands, which is what you have in your, you know, immediate goals. From the same suit, 8 is the advancement. You want things to move forward. You're, you know, fed up of being bored, basically, of something stagnating and not moving. You want change. You want, you know, passionate change, advancement. Now, the 8 of Wands talks about communication that comes fast. It can talk about travel, but it's very fast fire energy movement, and that's what you've got your eyes on. You want to, you know, get out of this type of standstill is the message I'm hearing, and you want to shine, and you do have the shine card in the oracle. And in the near future, you have the King of Cups. Now, Cups is to do with your emotions and your feelings. The King of Cups has worked his way through the suit, so he masters it, and he knows how to control himself, how to not be overwhelmed by his feelings and emotions. He knows how to ride difficult times. And he's also very loving. He listens to his heart. Very balanced individual, male or female, or someone embodying basically the characteristic of this King of Cups. And it could be someone coming your way for you. You know, someone who will fulfill you emotionally. Or it could be just you, you know, overcoming the, you know, that spiritual awakening you're going through. It could be pushing you through becoming that King of Cups, that person who is in control of their emotions and who has a capacity for love that is immense, because they love themselves. And when you love yourself and when you're aware of your worth, you can then love people, and attract the right kind of relationships as well. Because if you attract from a negative space and you don't love yourself, you're going to attract, you know, relationships that are going to leave you wanting for more. So it could be you, or it could be someone coming your way, you know, seeing the light in you. In the advice you have the Five of Wands. Now the 5 is the number of change and challenges. And the Five of Wands talks about frictions, probably because when we do things with passion, it can, you know, create frictions basically and discordance. But the message from this card, because it's in the advice, it's to overcome that kind of energy and just to keep focusing on your main objective, because it's just a change in the energy. So focus on your goal. Yeah, that's what I've got to say really. I don't know how else to put it into words, to be honest, because in your environment you have another 5, which is another change card, but it's the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords talks about mental processes, thoughts and truth. Now the 5 of Swords is about a breakthrough that's obtained at the expense of someone else, or some kind of a victory, but people may not like how you got there, is what I'm trying to say. And these cards obviously feed each other, because if you have frictions and discords, you know, it's because you are willing to do what it takes to get to where you want to be. Now, when we undergo a spiritual awakening, very often the people who we love the most, who are the closest to us, feel threatened by this, because we are growing. And what if we grow out of, you know, what if we grow and don't want them in our lives anymore, is what I'm trying to say. They do feel the energy of the 8 of Cups, you know, of you needing to move on because you're not fulfilled. And, you know, they probably, in your environment, people are, yeah, feeling that maybe, you know, you're slipping through their fingers. Hence the discord, you know, the frictions, the passion that's being, you know, rattled a bit. And, you know, you being determined to do what it takes to move forward, because you are after the, you know, you're the 8 of Wands, you're shooting for fast advancement. And in your hopes and fears you have the Devil, another major arcana. The Devil talks about addictions and self-limitations. So it could talk about being addicted, you know, to substances, but also it could be being a shopaholic. Generally speaking, it's being addicted to something that makes you feel good immediately, but then when you wake up from it, it makes you feel guilty. The devil is also our limiting thoughts. We imprison ourselves. We imagine bonds that are not there. It could also talk about codependency. I believe that you're feeling the stagnation. You know something's happening within you. You know you're undergoing something subconsciously, and you're not sure whether you're gonna have the strength to walk away and go for it. That's why it appears in the fear sector. But remember, this is a prison that you put on yourself. Very often the people that are represented on the devil card are in a cage with a door open, or they've got loose shackles. You can get out of this prison. This is just your mind. This is you worrying about something. You could be worried about who you're leaving behind, because of this change that's all consuming within you. You know, that could be a worry because there could be a little bit of codependency in a relationship. But the cards are very clear that you're going to get a brand new beginning, and this is going to be a very exciting beginning because you've got the Ace of Wands. So not only do you have the Eight of Wands, but you also have the Ace of Wands. This is a brand new exciting opportunity. So it could be anything. It could be a passionate relationship coming your way. It could be a project that really excites you, where you can channel this awakening that you've been undergoing. But either way you look at it, this is you getting an opportunity to shine, like the cards we're talking about, and feeling excited again, rather than having to deal with this stagnant energy of the Four of Cups. So this is really, really a positive as a final outcome. It makes it worth it, if you see what I'm saying. So whether it is you know, really embracing this change within you, and growing and becoming more in control of your feelings and emotions, and understanding that frictions comes from people who are afraid, because they want to keep you to themselves. It's not mean-hearted, it's just insecurities. Or whether it is someone coming for you, who's going to, you know, give you such a passionate new beginning. Either way you look at it, this is very, very good for you, as long as you embrace the energies that are around you. This is a very, very positive and empowering reading. You have free will, obviously, so every thought and action you take will have an effect on the energies, but this is how it stands at the moment for you. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am really grateful for your time. I hope to see you again very soon, and I wish you a wonderful January month. Until next time, au revoir.